Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something truly unique in the world of music and art. We are looking at the fascinating father-son music duo from Music Ministries, Mallusahaysic and Robin, the boy wonder Hayes. And you know, what makes them so incredibly compelling isn't just their music, although that's great too. It's the literal, physical masks they wear, and more importantly, the profound meaning behind them. A mask doesn't tell people who you are, it tells them what you're willing to reveal. That is a seriously profound statement from the father, Robin, to his son, Dalamar, who performs as Mallusa. And it perfectly sets the stage for us today. We're going to decode the physical masks and the deeply emotional identities of this family duo, starting with the son. Section 1. Mallusa, the bad guy. The sheer visual impact of Mallusa's mask is just immediate. Notice the stark combination of black, white, and that heavily scarred metal. It has this incredibly intense, defensive, almost armored aesthetic to it. But it's not just meant to look tough, right? It's actually a canvas for a very specific, deeply personal story of survival.
Every single detail you see here carries real weight. The stark black and white, that represents the eternal struggle of light versus darkness. The crown and the gold accents signify a kingdom and a divine purpose. Now think about the heavy stitching across the faceplate. That represents being broken, but deliberately and beautifully rebuilt. The mesh eyes allow him to see the world without judgment, and those prominent vents at the mouth literally symbolize the breath of truth. It's an absolute masterpiece of personal symbolism.
So the whole driving force behind this heavy aesthetic is the idea of wearing your scars as armor. As Robin points out to his son, Mallusa's story is really about becoming the darkest version of yourself, just to prove that you actually survived the dark. The mask is proof of endurance. It's a heavy, powerful identity for sure, but as we're about to see, it's definitely not the only way to process your past. Section 2. Robin, the boy wonder.
Talk about an immediate contrast. Instead of scarred industrial metal and monochrome tones, we've got vibrant, natural colors, and this almost organic warmth. See, when it was time for Robin to create his mask, he totally rejected the idea that he needed some superhero cape or just a spin-off of his son's bad guy persona. Instead, he crafted an identity grounded in a completely different set of life experiences.
Robin literally built his identity from the ground up, using some incredibly personal materials. We're talking old guitar strings to represent music, a worn piece of leather for life. He used brass plates from old guitar hardware and real wood from an old instrument. He even tucked in a faded photograph of his own father as a constant reminder of family and his roots. He physically embedded the things that matter most to him right into the very thing he created.
And the colors are just as intentional. The red stands for passion and protection. The green symbolizes growth and wisdom. The gold, which, hold that thought, we'll talk more about in a second, represents purpose and legacy. And notice how the mask is split right down the middle? That beautifully illustrates finding strength in balance. Plus, the overall shape of the faceplate echoes a guitar head, which just reinforces that music is his ultimate mission.
The crucial takeaway for Robin's mask is his core philosophy. During the design process, Dalamar realizes something key. His dad isn't trying to look scary. He's trying to look like somebody who has been through some real stuff and still decided to smile anyway. While Mallusa's story is about surviving the dark by putting on thick armor, Robin's is about enduring hardship but consciously, actively choosing joy and wonder.
Section 3. Two masks, one family.
When you put them side by side, you really appreciate how completely opposite they are. I mean, one is a testament to battle, and the other is a testament to growth. Yet, as Dalamar points out when they're in the studio, despite being total polar opposites, they somehow look like they belong together. They just perfectly complement each other, which Robin humbly chalks up to the simple fact that they're family.
Let's quickly summarize their philosophical approaches here, because this is the emotional bedrock of their musical collaboration. Mallusa wears his scars as armor to show he survived. Robin turns his scars into guitar strings to keep making music. It's two entirely different generational responses to pain and adversity coming together under MusicKey Ministries to create amazing art.
And there's this really beautiful moment of crossover during the creation process. Dalamar asks if he can add just one thing to his dad's mask, a thin line of gold. When Robin asks him what it means, Dalamar tells him, "The good stuff lasts." It's such a touching moment. It symbolizes how their shared values, that golden thread of purpose, connect them right across the generations.
And that deep understanding they have of each other translates directly into their music. When they sit down in the recording studio, the creative dynamic is just incredible. One of them will start a line, like Dalamar's singing, "Everybody sees the mask," and Robin will just instinctively finish it with, "But nobody knows the man." They bounce lyrics off one another so seamlessly, building this shared musical narrative out of two completely distinct identities.
Their lyrics weave those masked identities into one unified anthem. Dalamar sings, "Some people call themselves the bad guy," and Robin answers, "Some people just keep wondering." It's this powerful acknowledgement of their differences, all wrapped up into a song about moving forward, keeping the fire bright, and facing tomorrow together as a team.
Section 4. Keep Wondering.
Okay, check this out. After the masks are all finished, Dalamar notices a tiny, secret inscription engraved on the inside of his dad's mask. It's this intimate little detail meant only for the wearer to see. And it simply reads, "Keep wondering."
When asked why on earth he put it there, Robin delivers this absolute gem of an insight. Because the moment you think you know everything, you stop discovering anything. And wow, that completely redefines his title, doesn't it? Being a boy wonder has absolutely nothing to do with being a kid. It is a lifelong, deliberate mindset. It means you never lose your curiosity. You never ever stop wondering what you can create tomorrow.
And for this duo, continuous creation is the whole point. As Robin says, what starts with a song? Well, usually another song. Their collaboration is always ongoing. In fact, right as they finish defining these mask identities, Robin is already playing the opening chords to their next collaborative track, called Paper Crane Weather, proving that paper cranes and creators really don't wait around.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a question to chew on. What does your mask reveal about what you have weathered and what you're building next? Are you wearing your scars as armor like Mallusa, or are you turning them into strings to make music like Robin? Remember, a mask doesn't actually hide you. It reveals exactly what you choose to show the world. Thank you so much for joining me to explore the art and the heart of MusicKey Ministries. Keep learning, and just like Robin, keep wondering.